And you're with me, Sinead Mangan. Welfare recipients in parts of Queensland, South Australia and Western Australia will remain on the cashless debit card for another 6 months after the federal government extended the trial. It means almost 13,000 recipients will remain on the controversial scheme, which quarantines 80% of income support payments and can't be used for alcohol, gambling or to withdraw cash. And that's until at least December 31st. There's been a mixed response to the extension, as Nicole Hegarty reports from Bundaberg.
The finish line was in sight for single mum Hannah Lacey from Childers near Bundaberg in Queensland, with the trial to finish at the end of next month. The June 30 finish line has now been shifted back by 6 months. Hannah, who has no debts and worked from age 13 up until the birth of her daughter 18 months ago, has been on the card as a parenting payment recipient since it began rolling out to the Bundaberg and Hervey Bay region in January last year, Queensland's first trial site. Trials in Ceduna in South Australia and Western Australia's East Kimberley and Goldfields regions were already underway by then. She's frustrated and disappointed by the extension.
We're all just classed as, bludging. And having an extension of this just makes it harder for us to become independent again and to support ourselves and budget our own money. They're technically supposed to be the easier way to make payments, but every single month you're calling up to get them issued and accepted, and they approve it for you. And then the next month you do it again and again and again.
The federal government this week announced the trial extension, along with the introduction of a 1% interest rate, as well as replacement cards being available, which would include contactless payment technology. Hannah says that's an improvement, but it's not without challenges.
Doesn't always work. Still going to get those rejections, whether it's tap and go or not.
Federal member for Hinkler, Keith Pitt, which includes the Hervey Bay and Bundaberg site, is a staunch supporter of the card. He says from his point of view, the trial has been a success.
We are obviously in a difficult situation with the corona pandemic and the parliament itself in terms of sitting days and the ability to debate any changes. So there's been a decision made to keep things as they are and just to extend the trial until the 31st of December this year. I think it's important that we remain committed to the trial. In my view, it's been successful. It'll continue to be successful. And we're also looking to provide that option for individuals to be able to tap and pay, and we think that will happen in coming months. We don't think it's the time to make changes in terms of the cashless debit card trial right now, so we've put another 6-month extension in place.
Federal Labor's spokeswoman for social services, Linda Burney, says the cost of introducing the 1% interest rate and replacing cards to allow contactless payments should be made public.
The public deserves to know, participants deserve to know just how much this is costing, not only the whole amount but per participant, and then could that money be spent supporting people to get into employment. I mean, this card does not create jobs. Just because you're on a social security payment doesn't mean that you can't manage your finances, and that's the assumption that this card makes.
For Hannah Lacey, the card has made it harder to save for a house.
I can appreciate what they're trying to do, but because we've lost that access to our original bank account going to Indu doesn't give you the opportunity to have separate accounts. How many people in the country save that way? How many people just have one bank account? I get a lot of people frowning upon me because I want to save for a house, and their attitude is, if you're on the dole, you shouldn't be saving, you should be going back to work. And I've worked up until having a baby to be able to enjoy this part of my life, and I look forward to going back to work as soon as I can.